Bearcats fans, what is going on? This is Neil Meyer with the Front Office News, live in Orlando on the scene at Addition Financial Arena, where the Bearcats picked up their first victory since January 18th with a huge 93-83 victory over the University of Central Florida Knights, picking up their first Quad 1 win of the season. And this is a game Cincinnati desperately needed to have to go on the road in a tough environment like this is, something they have done for years stemming back to the AAC. But Cincinnati prevails and gets the job done and explodes for 93 points along the way, which is a season high for Cincinnati in conference play. On that aspect, Cincinnati set the tone early. I thought Day Thomas, who made his second consecutive start on the season, really set the tone for Cincinnati. His ability to get into the paint, drive, get those layups was fantastic. Really set the tone there. 18 first half points for Day Thomas, but he finished with a season high 20 on the afternoon, going 9 of 15 from the field. So overall, a very productive day for Day Thomas, and that is something that Wes Miller noted after the West Virginia game about making a change to the starting lineup. He mentioned how Day Thomas has been playing very well, and his performance as of late earned him a role in this starting offense. And for the second straight night, it looks like that is a lineup opportunity for Cincinnati, and it looks like Day Thomas is taking every advantage of every opportunity, to say the least. On top of it, you look down at the stat sheet. For the first time since non-conference play, Cincinnati had 4 players in double figures, led by Day Thomas with 20 points, Dylan Mitchell with 19, Aziz Bandaogo with 16, Jizzle James with 15. Overall, a lot to talk about this game. Dylan Mitchell, I thought, was fantastic in this game as well. We talk about the 19 points, 6 rebounds, but overall, talk about a homecoming for Cincinnati. And Jizzle James and Dylan Mitchell, the 2 Florida natives, combined for 34 points here in Orlando. That's a great sight to see. Day Thomas took over the first half. Jizzle James took over the second. That is what makes Cincinnati's backcourt so special, because you have 2 very talented point guards who can do a lot of different things, and their ability to get to the mid-range jumper was something that completely altered this game for UCF tonight. Cincinnati also scored a season-high 56 points in the paint. Most of that gets credit to guys like Day Thomas, Dylan Mitchell, Aziz Bandaogo, but overall, that was the difference maker in this game. As Johnny Dawkins even said it post-game, Central Florida's head coach was, man, we got to defend the paint, and that was something that Cincinnati just dominated in every facet of that night tonight. Once you score 56 points in the paint, it's going to be hard to really lose ball games when you're scoring at that kind of volume in that paint defense. But overall, Dylan Mitchell finished with 19.6 rebounds, like I mentioned earlier, but scary sight earlier tonight. What looked to be a non-contact knee injury, but was able to return to the game. Initial thoughts was it looked to be serious, but he was able to come back. Wes Miller did give an update on Mitchell's status following the game. Since he was able to return, it sounds like it was just a buckled knee or a hyperextension. Obviously, they cleared him to return, and it's something that they are going to kind of monitor once they get back in town to Cincinnati later this evening. But Cincinnati scores the most points of the season in conference play, comes with way of Bob Huggins being in Orlando for this contest tonight. Wes Miller noted that the former Cincinnati coach and fan favorite was also, he invited him into the locker room to talk to the team before the game, which was a pretty cool sight to see. For those who haven't seen the picture yet, go head on over to Terry Nelson's Instagram account. You'll see the picture with Bob Huggins. He came in all Bearcat gear. And Wes Miller even talked about it post-game and kind of got a little emotional in the process about having somebody who cares so much about the program. And to show up here on the road, Cincinnati gear, and come in and talk to the team, Wes Miller couldn't be more thankful for the support that Bob Huggins has given to him over his coaching career since stepping foot in Cincinnati just nearly 4 years ago to this day. But overall, an electric performance for Cincinnati tonight. That's the kind of performance they needed to have. Following a 4-game losing streak, it looked like they were just playing with confidence, loose confidence, just having fun. Kids playing the game that they fell in love with, and that was on full display here in Orlando this evening. But that's a huge win for the Bearcats tonight. They improved to 13-9 on the season, 3-8 in conference play. Things are starting to trend in the right direction for Cincinnati following their Bearcats victory tonight. But overall, we'll have recap video of Wes Miller and Day Thomas coming up on the YouTube channel. We'll also have Johnny Dawkins and Keyshawn Hall from UCF along with I'll be typing a recap on this game with thoughts and comments as well from this game. But continue to check us out over at thefrontofficenews.com, aka Cincinnati Rivals. If you haven't done so, hit that like and subscribe button. Come support us in what we're doing over at TFON. Sounds good. This is Neil Meyer from the Front Office News. Checking out.